my name is Meihuan and I am one of the finalists of the 2021 DUCT TAPE Prom Scholarship Competition. Now, what is this competition? Well, basically, if you create a duct tape dress or a duct tape tuxedo, you get a chance of winning $10,000. And as a finalist, I'm really happy to be sharing my journey of creating this duct tape dress with you guys. So this dress took me around over 30 rolls of duct tape and also over hundreds of hours spread along 4 months to make. And this dress means a lot to my culture. It was inspired by my culture actually, and it means a lot to my community as well. And on top of that, I'm one of the youngest finalists to enter this year. So you guys can help me win this duct tape competition by voting for me at www.stuckatprom.com. And all you need to do for voting is to have a valid email address, and you can vote once a day. So if everyone could vote for me, that would mean so much. So today I'm going to share with you guys the journey of making this dress, how I made it, behind the scenes, all the challenges, and I'll show you guys how I made a dress worth $10,000. Let's go. So I started off with doing 3 pages of sketches, and this is the first sketch that I did. Obviously I had other ideas as well, and I just put them down. This one I kind of finalized the details, I did accessories and all of that. This one I really wanted to put my culture into it. It was really inspired by Chinese opera, and really put that into the dress. And these are some accessories that I designed as well. This was the final sketch I did with pencil crayon, and that was the design I stuck with when I was making my dress out of duct tape. And then I started to sketch out the top. This is the first thing I did. I sketched it out on top of paper, and then I put it on fabric and cut it out. I bought like white fabric for this one, about like 6 meters of white fabric. I'm just cutting out a tank top pattern for the top of my dress for this shirt part, and I'm measuring and tracing on paper before I tape duct tape on top. And after I tape duct tape on both sides of the fabric, I use a X-Acto knife to go ahead and cut out the duct tape that I've put on. And the rubber tray on the back is just to protect it from damaging my floor. Now here I'm making the sleeves after I finished with the shirt, and I wanted to do like balloon sleeves. So then I basically taped 2 panels together, like huge panels, and then I put like a rope where the entrance of the sleeves were, and then I pulled it through like that. I ended up redoing the sleeves 4 times. It was super difficult and definitely one of the most challenging parts of this dress, but it was so worth it because the sleeves turned out really well. This was how the top turned out with the sleeve and the tank top. It turned out really nice, but basically I made the top of the dress first, and then after I did that, I moved on to doing the yellow skirt. For the skirt, I started by folding and measuring out my fabric, and then I cut out kind of like this high-low circle skirt that I wanted to do, and then I measured it again before starting to put duct tape on and deciding where I'm going to put my duct tape. So here I am cutting out the front panel of my high-low skirt to make it a high-low skirt. And then I made a mistake of like putting on the duct tape first, but then the wrinkles made it too hard to kind of spread it evenly. So then I ended up redoing this part and taking off all the duct tape and restarting. And this was another struggle that I had with the dress, was all the restarting I had to do because of the mistakes. This is the first dress I've ever made, so it was definitely really challenging. Here you can see me taking everything apart and restarting. So yeah, this is me restarting the skirt, and as you can see, the tape kind of goes on much better and smoother, and basically I just kept on taping and taping it until it covered the whole entire dress. So the front, the back, and the inside. And this is how the dress turned out. Here's me wearing it, and yeah, I think it turned out really nice, and it was super heavy for sure, but then I moved on to creating the details. Here I am using gold duct tape and wiring at the bottom to create these gold details and accents that I wanted to add to the armor pieces of my dress. You guys will see that later. But I ended up cutting out like 5 sheets of these. You only see me doing 1 sheet, but it ended up being way more. And yeah, it was super tiring. and I had to do blue details after this as well. But basically I used blue tape and I cut out these porcelain designs using my X-Acto knife, just like how I did the gold design. And I also ended up doing like 5 sheets of these, of the flowers, swirlies, and the little leaves. And yeah, it was super difficult and time consuming. I definitely did these when I was watching movies, when I was listening to audiobooks and music, because it was really time consuming. But it was kind of fun to do the first few, but then the last few was really challenging. Here I am making the boots. These are definitely my favorite part. I put the designs that I already cut out and I started taping them little by little on the boots. What you don't see is me putting the boots on and having to hot glue the gold accents right on my leg, and that was really painful, but you know what, it was worth it. But here I am kind of taping all of the little flowers and swirlies and leaves onto one boot. It really did take a long time, but at the end it looked really nice. So I did one boot off camera, and here's me finishing off the first one. After I did the boots, I started working on the corset, and I started by cutting out the little pieces first, and I did like 10 pieces I think, and then I pieced them together after cutting them out. And then I put duct tape on top of my pieces and used my X-Acto knife to cut out each piece individually. And then after taping each piece individually, I then grouped them together. But I had to tape like over 10 pieces, so this part definitely took some time as well. Here I am with everything kind of grouped together. I used zip ties as the boning for the corset, and then I taped them in, and I created the channels using duct tape. And then I taped every single boning part into the edges. And then at the back of the corset, I used a hole puncher to do it. Here I am kind of making the armor part of my dress. So I had to cut out the panels for my leg first. And then after that, I used white duct tape to cut out kind of like a side piece for my corset. And I used white duct tape to kind of cover over the fabric as well, and use the X-Acto knife to cut it out. I later used wiring too. Here's the shoulder pads. I made like 2 of them, and then I used the X-Acto knife to cut them out. And I used zip ties in between the 2 shoulder pads to keep both of them up and give it some structure. Here I am using blue duct tape to make the collar of my dress. I made a collar as well as 2 shoulder pads, and this collar was inspired by traditional Chinese wear. And yeah, here's how it turned out with the armor and the shoulder pads, and the headdress I made inspired by performing opera. Here's the gold design that I made with duct tape, and this is gonna be the background for my tiger and my bird. And this design took me around like 2 days to finish. It was really time consuming again. Basically, this tiger and bird was inspired by Chinese culture, and I slowly cut it out using my X-Acto knife. I did a green tiger as well, but I'm just showing you guys the yellow tiger that I made, and also the bird. Here I am gluing on the tiger and putting on the tiger's teeth and the bird right beside it as well. Here are the final results for my dress. This is the first one, it's the front picture. This is the second one. And then I did one of the back with the extra designs. Here's a close-up of accessories. And here is my shoe, bag, nails, and headdress. Hey everyone, thank you for watching my video and for seeing my process of making this dress. While I was filming, I actually had to edit over 4 hours of footage and import over 60 videos because that's how long the process was. Sometimes I even surprise myself how I managed to do all of that in 3 months. But I really hope you guys enjoyed it and you guys like my dress. Please, please, please remember to vote for my dress at www.stuckatprom.com. I'll leave the link in the caption below. So yeah, remember, all you need to do to vote for my dress is to have a valid email address, and everyone can vote once a day. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you guys like it. Please subscribe, please vote for my dress, and yeah, I'll see you guys. Thank you so much. Bye!